Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. So for today's video, I will be sharing my completed colouring pages and projects for the month of August, and also the hashtag event M.A.G.G Y to50_August, which was all about cryptids and mythological creatures. So stay tuned till the end to see all of the entries I got on Instagram. So we'll start off with, I did some diamond painting, some little diamond painting that fits into the category. And the first one, I did do a separate video on this one as a bit of a speed painting, and also speed drilling, I should probably say, and also a little story time where I got ChatGPT to talk about or write me a little essay on the Phantom Disliker. And I had to laugh because within about 2 hours of that video going live, the video got a dislike. Call me surprised. Or quelle surprise. It was, yeah, sort of expected. I thought that was a bit of a chuckle. Feel free to go and watch that video. It was a bit of light-hearted fun, but obviously somebody took it a bit too personally. But these are the really cute dragon stickers that were from Diamond Art Gift, and they are just too adorable. Now the next ones I didn't do on camera. I just did these whilst watching some TV. And these are key rings, but they are of Pokemon. So that to me fits in the category of what the hashtag event was, because they're pocket monsters. So 6 little Pokemon diamond painting key rings. They are double-sided. I only did the one side, however, because I will stick these in my display book. I won't use them as key rings. And if you were going to use them as key rings, you would definitely need to seal them in to make sure your drills don't escape. But I love the colour there on Bulbasaur. Gorgeous. Now, surprisingly, although I'm a bit of a nerd, or a geek because it's in my name, and I'm a gamer, I have never played a Pokemon game. I think I've mentioned that on the channel before, but I do know these characters. These are probably the only ones of Pokemon I know. You've obviously got Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Eevee, and Squirtle. Now, just let me know in the comments if I got any of them wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's all correct. So they were a cute little project to do, and I do love them. They're sparkly gems. They look really cute. So yeah, they were the diamond paintings. Come on, Pikachu, get up. I choose you, Pikachu. So yep, they were the diamond paintings I did for the month of August. We'll move on to the colouring books. Now, if I've counted correctly, I did 17 pages and 3 were buddy colours, so that was awesome. So again, I'm seeking out buddy colours for September, which is Mandala Madness, if you're interested in that. I've posted the video already of what books I'll be using. If you've got any of those books and you want to join in with me or would like to do a buddy colour with me, reach out and I'll be happy to do that. So the first 2 books I'll show are just like the colour by number ones I got done. Now these obviously are not within the theme of the month, but I'm trying to get this book finished by the end of the year, so I just did a couple of pages from it. Well, actually a few, because there was 3 pages. So here's the first one, and I used alcohol markers in my old Ohuhu pack that I'm trying to use up. So we've obviously got a London double-decker bus with Big Ben, which I know you can correct me in the comments, Big Ben is not the actual tower or the clock. There's something about the naming that we use is wrong. So that's the first one. Here's the second one, which is like a little cottage on the river with a water wheel. And the third one I did was just a bicycle with some flowers. I think they're meant to be flowers hanging around. So I'm not sure if sound is going to come through the camera or not, but it sounds like one of the neighbours is starting up their boat. So if you hear like a in the background, it's the neighbours and his frickin' boat. to let you know. Alrighty, so here's the second book, which was also colour by numbers. And I just did this one, which was, I think, a sea lion or a seal. I think he's meant to have like a starfish in his mouth. But this one was from the Sea Animals Quest colour by number for adults, so it was circles. This one, this fit into the theme, which was from the Little Fairies Stained Glass Colour by Numbers book. And I just did the background in one colour rather than the two. Oh, I did it in the two colours, but rather than the little bits that are meant to be, you know, that's a 5, that's a 9, that's a 9, blah, blah, blah. I sort of quartered it, so those two are the 9s and those two are the 5s. I always do that with the backgrounds. I don't like doing the stained glass backgrounds in multiple colours for some reason. And I did this colour by number, which was from Mermaid's Stained Glass Colour by Number. And I think this one's pretty. If I was feeling it, I could have done a bit more in the background and make it not so white, but I left it just as it is with the colours. So yeah, they were quite nice ones. And that was the 100 Best Adult Colour by Numbers from Sun Life Drawing. Okay, now we'll move into the straight colour, normal colour, non-colour by number, whatever you want to call it. Now this first book is Mythological Monsters from the Colouring Hive. This is the first page I've done from this one, and it was a buddy colour with one of my patrons, Queen E Designs. And I'll pop her picture up here as well. And it of course is Cthulhu. First of all, I love Queen E Designs image. It's just fantastic. It's brilliant. I don't know what else to say. It's really good, and I appreciate the buddy colour, so thank you so much. And this is my one, and I'm really disappointed with my one. I wanted to use colour pencils, then I chickened out and went to water-based markers, and then I was unhappy with how they were looking, so I moved on to alcohol markers, and I just by that stage just went big chunks of colour along the background, and I was so unhappy with it. I had some washi tape that I'd got from Japan of little, I think they're frog characters, or they might even meant to be sort of like yokai. I've just boarded the image with that washi tape. So yeah, I'm really unhappy with mine, and it's such a shame because it's such a cool book. It's the first page I did as well in the book, but you know, we live and learn. I was really happy with the mountain and the eggs, really happy with those, but the Cthulhu just came out, I don't know, too dark. I don't know how it's going to look through editing, but it just looks too dark and you're losing a lot of the detail, in my opinion, for mine. But this is it, and this is the first one I did from this book. And again, thank you Queen E Designs for that awesome buddy colour. Next is another buddy colour, and also the first page I've done from this book, and this is Bigfoot colouring book by Ava Brown, and this is a buddy colour with Shell, who has been a long time griber and random gift giver, so thank you Shell for all those stuff, and thank you for the buddy colour. I think we both did pretty well. It's like we both used water-based markers. Oh no, I used alcohol markers. I was going to start with water-based markers, but I used them on the Cthulhu instead. And we both sort of had the same idea roughly, with the same colouring of the Bigfoots and of the... I picked this page. You can probably work out I picked this page. And any sort of smell line has to be green. I don't know why, it just does. So we both sort of went with that. And I like Shells. Mine's okay too. So I think we both did good job for first colouring in this book. And if Bigfoot's not the ultimate in mythological or cryptid creatures, I don't know who is. So thank you very much, Shell, for that buddy colour, and hopefully we can do some more soon. So this book was sent from another one of my patrons, Auntie Bum. So we did a buddy color in it as well, but I did some other pages too because there are a lot of creatures that could be considered as cryptids or mythological creatures in this book, so it was a really handy book for that. So I did this page here, which of course is Cerebus. Is it Cerebus? Cerberus, not Cerebus. You idiot, Sally. Cerberus, of course, the three-headed puppy dog. And because it's cute and kawaii, I did it looking cute and kawaii with alcohol markers and also some chalk pastels in the background, sky and grass. And I like the effect of this alcohol marker running out. It gave the tree trunk some extra texture, so I was quite happy with that one. So this is one of the pages I did from this book. The next page, of course I had to do well, it's not a unicorn, it's actually an alicorn or a pegacorn or a unisus or a seraptor. They're apparently all the names a winged unicorn can go by. So being it's a pastel goth book, I went sickly pastel colours with it. I used my pastel alcohol markers, chalk to colour in the unicorn, well, the alicorn, and I used some pink glitter glue in the background just so it wasn't so white. You can hear the crunchiness of the paper because it's had some glue on it, and hopefully some of the glitter is being picked up by the light there. But that was the second page I did from this book. And the third one is of course my buddy colour with Auntie Bum, and I'll pop hers up here as well. And we did Baphomet, cute little devil. And I love Auntie Bum's. Well done. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Thank you for participating in the buddy colour. We shall do another one very soon. Yeah, I think all my buddy colours were fantastic. You guys rock when it comes to colouring. I was about to say you beep all over me, but I won't put. I'm trying not to swear. I'm trying to be good. But yeah, I loved all of your work, and all three of you, so thank you, and we shall buddy colour again. So they're the three I did from Pastel Goth. There's a few books I cracked into this month. This one's not on the theme, but I just liked the book and I thought I'm going to have to colour in it eventually. You get two sets anyway, so if I stuff up one set, I've got the original set at the front. But it's this Japanese Girls Colour My Art by Ikuko, and I did this one with alcohol markers. You know, I'm not too happy with it. I'm not too unhappy with it. I'll show you the actual untouched version. So that's the untouched version and that's my version. So yeah, it's one of these books that I feel intimidated to colour in because the artwork is so interesting and nice, and I hate the idea of ruining it. But it's got two sets, so I've always got the front set, which I will leave uncoloured and just colour in the second set. And ultimately, if I really hate all of my colourings, I can rip them out and get rid of them, but I probably won't. I'll just see how I go with it. But that's the page I did from this book, and it's the first page I've done from this book, so it's another book I've started for the year. 2 to go. So I did this one, which was Myth World, Fantastical Beasts to Colour and Explore, and I did one from here. I mean, I could have done any from here. It's all mythological creatures, but I chose a unicorn. And it's got a little writing up there, but I'll move this into frame first. Now, this unicorn I coloured in with some really odd green colours I had in my alcohol marker stash, because here in the writing it says the body and legs of a horse and is covered in shaggy green fur. I've never heard of a unicorn being green. I know unicorns aren't always the happy-go-lucky sign of greatness. They can be quite evil and dark and villainous in stories, but I've never heard of it described as green. So when I saw that, I thought, okay, well, I'll make this one with some green tones in it. So that's why this unicorn is not pastel, it's green. And I just did bits of the background because there's so much detail in here. You can either spend hours on making every single line a different colour and the detail, or you can just do it a bulk colour like I did here. And look, I really disliked this one when I did it. I'm still not 100% think it's fantastic, but I don't hate it as much as I did when I first finished it. I think it comes across okay, and I intentionally left like the cloud parts white and coloured in everything else. As I said, and just like the mountains were just all going to be brown, not each line a different colour. I don't think it's too bad. I do love the colours I've used here for the sun rays, especially. But that's this one. And now on to the last book, which was Creepy Chibi by Coco Wyo. And I did 4 in here because there was just a good range of creatures or mythological beings I could do. So the first one I did is this one, and it is from Japan mythology or Japanese mythology, and it's called A Student of Misery. And I actually am playing a game on my PlayStation at the moment called Ghostwire Tokyo, and it's all set in Japan mythology with all the yokais that have escaped, and this was one of the first characters I came across in the game. So I thought, oh my gosh, it's meant to be, I have to colour this one in. So it's A Student of Misery, and yes, they wear their school uniforms in the game, and I think the yokai themselves don't carry their head around, so this is a bit of a bastardized version maybe, but I love it anyway, and I'm really quite happy with it. Okay, next one is this one. Again, I think everything in this book is slightly tilted with the Japanese mythology in mind. It's the Two-Mouthed Woman, which of course is Fudokuchi Onna, which is a Japanese yokai. They're not cute and chibi. In Japanese mythology, they're full-grown women, but they've got 2 mouths. So that's the second one. Quite happy with this one. I mean, I like the fact that the Coco Wyo books, sometimes you get the black background, so it helps you not have to think too hard about what you're going to do to fill in a white page, because it's all done for you. Next one, again based in Japanese mythology. It is a Roku. Now hang on, I'm going to try and say this one properly. A Rokurokubi. Okay, I just looked it up on Google, and I believe it's pronounced Rokurokubi. So apologies if I've really stuffed that up. But it's another yokai of a woman with her neck stretches out so her head can go all over the place. So yeah, really quite happy with this one as well. So the Rokurokubi. I hope I've said it right. And the last one is not based in Japanese mythology. It's based in Greek mythology because, of course, it is a Gorgon. I'm not saying this one is specifically Medusa. It's just a generalized Gorgon. So I did something that wasn't in Japanese mythology from this book. But this book has some really cool images in it, so I was able to do 4. And I don't know why I did her hair bright blue snakes. I just must have been in the mood for bright blue or something that day. I think because I did all of her body in green, I didn't want to do her hair green as well, which would have been more accurate. But this one's a bit more trendy. She's gone and dyed her snakes a bright blue colour. So they were the 4 from this book. So that was all of the projects and colouring pages I did for August 2023, and a lot of it was to cover my hashtag cryptids and mythological creatures. So stay tuned after my outro for the entries that you guys presented on my Instagram for the hashtag event. So thank you to everyone who participated. They're all awesome entries and I appreciate you all taking the time to join in. Please also join in my September hashtag, which is Mandala Madness. But thank you for watching this far. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button and also the notification bell. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up and the details are up here on screen. If you'd like to do a buddy colour with me, I do have a lot of books around Halloween themed. I will admit that. Halloween and cats. So they're the two big ones. But also, as I announce each monthly hashtag event, I do show the colouring books I am going to use. So if you see one in there that you have and you'd like to do a buddy colour, reach out. I'll be more than happy to do that with you. But from me, that's it. Thank you all again for watching. Stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. But here are the entries for hashtag MAGGS Y to 50 _ August.